Michigan Out of Doors Magazine's OD is brought to you by Country Smokehouse of Almont, offering the best quality and satisfaction in homemade meats, sausage, and jerky. It's a Michigan destination. Check out the website at countrysmokehouseinc.com. And by Williams Gun Sight, located in Davison. Williams Gun Sight has Mid-Michigan's largest selection of used guns with over 2,000 in stock every day. Check out the website to view inventory and prices.
All right, this is the Elite Archery, the Hunter, brand new for 2011. A couple years ago, we shot their Z28, and that's a fantastic bow. This, when you first pull it out of the box, as you can see, it's Realtree's AP Snow, which is awesome. Never seen a bow that looks like this. The finish is beautiful on it. I guess if you're worried about the deer seeing you because it's white, you probably wouldn't hunt with it, but it's one of the coolest bows we've seen in a while, and it's because of that finish. Design-wise, it's very similar to a lot of other bows. It's, parallel limbs, a fairly long riser. This is not a long axle. It shoots great. It's real smooth. The cam system on this is definitely different. It has this little bump out that when you pull the cam back, it moves the cable over. And when you get it back, it's smooth. It has a great back wall, but the valley is almost, it's hard to explain. It's almost endless. When you go to let up on the bow, it's almost as if you have to physically push the string forward for the bow to come down. And I've never felt anything like that. And to be honest, I haven't quite made up my mind on how I feel about it. The bump out on the cam does concern me a little because, it's it's contacting the string, and I don't know, I just wonder if it's gonna, cause some string wear there, which could cause some problems down the road. But shooting the bow has a little bit of hand shock. It's fairly quiet. Now, we shoot all our bows pretty much bare, so there's no stabilizer or anything on there. But it was middle of the road as far as being loud. It's not loud, and it's not the quietest bow we've ever shot. It's kind of right in the middle, but it is fast. Once you get it drawn, get it anchored, and release it, other than the hand shock, it shot like you'd want it to shoot. So retail on this is about $900. So it's not an inexpensive bow by any means. A lot of quality in it. It is got good fit and finish on it, but I'm not sold on the cam system. So probably some further testing will be needed, but that's the initial thoughts on the Elite Archery Hunter.
This is the Mathews Z7 Extreme. The thing that really jumps out about this bow is how small it is. It's a 28-inch axle to axle, and it's really light. It's got composite limbs, and that may frighten somebody, but I can tell you that it's got this really nice brace height, and that makes it a very forgiving bow. It does not draw like a short little bow. It's got a nice smooth feel to it. It's got a nice valley, and man, when you let it go, it is just absolutely dead in your hand, nice and quiet. This is a good bow, and it's about a $900 bow, but it's a Mathews. You're getting you're getting some good.
Well, when you think of short, fast bows, a lot of times you think of unforgiveness. This is kind of the exception to the rule. This is the Bowtech Invasion CPX, which stands for Center Pivot Extreme. And what that means is, on a Bowtech, they've taken and moved the pivot from the front of the riser, where it's normally up here at the limb pockets, but they've moved that back. And by moving it back, if you take that line all the way down, this is actually a D-flex riser bow, and D-flex riser bows are typically what we shoot for target bows. It's not usually what you'd find in a speed bow, but yet because they move this pivot back, you get a D-flex riser bow, so you can make it short, you can make it fast, but you can make it forgiving. And I've been able to shoot this on the 3D range, and it's amazingly fast, but it is a very forgiving bow. And with this FLX cable guard, it actually bends as you shoot that, or as you draw it back. The cables actually will come over and it won't have any cam lean. A lot of the bow companies are addressing cam lean this year. Bowtech does that with their FLX cable guard. But this is the Bowtech Invasion CPX, and because of that deflex riser, this is a very smooth shooting bow, a very fast bow, but it is a very forgiving bow. It would be an awesome one to take to the woods this fall.
All right, the Rev by Qwest Bow Hunting. Qwest is a division of G5, and so if you know much about G5, you know they build extremely quality parts. So the fit and finish on all their products is outstanding, and this bow is no different. A couple just appearance things on it. It has this G-fade finish, which is a black riser with camo limbs. The idea is that when you're in the tree stand, you'll be camouflaged as the deer look up at the limbs, and if you use it in a ground blind, you have a black body of the bow to blend into the blind. All that aside, it just looks cool, and it's a pretty amazing dipping process, and G5 pulls it off great. It's flawless, nothing wrong with it. This is really a bargain kind of bow. I think it retails for about $650. There's very few bows on the market where you can get below $700 and get a bow like this. It has you know, a binary style cam system, really great back wall, very smooth to draw. It's extremely quiet. This is a 60-pound bow. All our other ones that we're testing are 70 pounds, so it's going to be a little bit quieter, but it's very quiet. There's nothing about this bow that's disappointing, especially from a bow hunting standpoint. It's everything you want. Doesn't have all the bells and whistles. It does come with a pretty decent package as far as it's got you know, the stabilizing system on the limbs, the vibration reducers. Has the speed peeps in the string, which are designed to make the arrow go just a little bit faster, but they also help align your peep. You can slide them up and down when you tie your peep in and help keep it aligned. Has the G5 string, which is another huge bonus. Most bows under $700 come with a junk string that you're gonna have to replace, not this one. So, you know, overall, we're really happy with this bow. I think it's a great value. It's not a super frilly, you know, high impact bow. Not extremely fast, but it's certainly not slow. This is a great value for the money.
So this is the Diamond Deadeye. This is kind of the highest end bow in Diamond's line. Diamond is the kind of price point section of Bowtech. This bow is it's a little, it's got something of a harsh draw cycle, but it's super fast. It's got a nice back wall. Once it gets there, it's nice and easy. The nice thing about this bow is the rack system that Diamond has added to this for $800, which seems a little high for a Diamond. But for that price, you get all the doodads. You get a sight, you get a rest, you get the quiver, the strap, the silencers, the whole bit. So, you know, this bow is it's a really nice bow, and it's going to scream. If you're into speed, this is going to be a good choice.
The Prime Centroid is kind of the big brother in the Prime lineup. Prime is a division of G5, just as Qwest is as well. This is kind of their Pro Series bow. It has a neat cable system. This is called the parallel cam system. These cables ride through the center of the cam, not on the outside, so it's addressing cam lean in a whole different manner. Also addressing cam lean is the tie glide system. This is a cable slide that also flexes. It's got a titanium rod in here, so as you draw it back, it bends a little bit so that you have no cam lean whatsoever. Also has some that does not have roller slides. It has a metal bushing inside here, so it slides nice and easily through here. The neat thing about Prime is they've kind of redesigned a bow from the ground up. These are premium gore fiber strings on their Matreo line. These are premium strings. You don't have to replace them or anything. They're fantastic right from out of the box. The neat thing is this riser here is made out of a 7000 series aluminum. This aluminum is twice as strong as the normal 6061 T6 aluminum that they normally use in a bow. So this is a very, very stiff, a very, very strong riser. And the nice thing is about this bow, this is a 34.5-inch axle-to-axle bow. So it's a little longer than some of the other bows in our bow test, but it is a very forgiving bow. It's got a long brace height. And when I shot this on the range, it was just absolutely dead in hand without any kind of stabilizer on it whatsoever. So it does have a little bit of string hum when you're shooting it, which you would expect out of a long axle-to-axle bow. So if you were to shoot this in the field, I'm a big stickler on silent bows. I would put some string silencers on this, but it's other than that, I can't find anything wrong about it. This is going to run you about $1,000. So it is quite an expensive bow, but it's one that you'll have for years to come.